Honda's CEO has finally come to grips with the reality. It would appear he's saying, he admits, the Chinese are way ahead of Japan, and in particular Honda themselves. And they've got a lot of catching up to do, but he's revealed Honda's strategy on how they will suddenly catch up, and not only catch up, but leapfrog their Chinese competition. Now you can tell I'm skeptical. I think Honda are screwed, but anyhow, this is what he had to say. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking, and I hope you've had an amazing day. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and welcome back everyone else. Honda's CEO says Chinese EV makers are well ahead, but Honda will fight back. Now, I often think to myself, what would I do in this situation? And I thought of this if I was the CEO of Honda. What would I do? I've had a few people contact me recently, like newspapers and things, saying, we want to get your input on this. Give us a quote for this, or what do you think is going to happen here? And you know what? I don't know what's going to happen to Japan as a country, but I know their economy will be devastated. There's nothing I can do as the CEO of Honda. There's nothing, as an outsider, I'm sure you probably think to yourself, well, as an outsider, you can look at a company, you can analyze it, you can say, well, here's what they need to do. They need to do to change. But it's like putting someone on as the captain of the Titanic, and, the iceberg's there. You can't turn the ship fast enough. That's the way I see companies like Honda. So big that it's too big, that it's too hard to turn this big, slow-moving ship. Honda Motor Company yesterday announced new steps to accelerate electrification, announcing the introduction of new electric vehicle models in key markets, including North America, China, and Japan from 2024. Now, is the most important car market for Honda the US? Do they have an electric car factory in the US? Do they have an electric vehicle production line in the US? No. Honda are just in so much trouble. But at least their CEO seems to have recognized this to some small degree at least. Honda plans to introduce better batteries. It thinks, I believe, that solid-state batteries will save it. Powerful software and a totally transformed driver interface to catch up to EV industry leaders. But the challenge that I see here is it's a moving goal. It's like you're trying to race to catch up to Usain Bolt, right? And you're getting faster, but he's getting faster too. So I don't know how this strategy is going to play out for them, because, for example, automakers are always saying, you know what, our next platform will be better than Tesla's. It'll have this that Tesla won't have. But by the time that platform comes out, the goalposts have changed. In addition, Honda plans to have dedicated EV factories with completely overhauled production systems and a secure supply of semiconductors. That may take years, though, to implement. But the steps appear necessary, seeing as CEO Toshihiro Mibe has admitted Honda is falling behind in the global race for electric vehicles. The executive pledged the company's global reboot will accelerate from 2025. That gives them, another year and a half to sip lattes, drink coffees, and have lots of chats and work out what they're going to do while the Titanic slowly sinks into the abyss. Honda have had many years to get things right. Instead of doing what they should have done and recognizing that electric cars were the future of the automotive industry, they've been doing what Toyota's been doing, messing around with hydrogen. They're still doing it. They're still not focused. But their competitors are. That's the crazy part about all of this. While delivering Honda's annual business briefing, Mibe made a few interesting comments regarding Chinese competitors, according to Automotive News. He said Honda executives had an unpleasant surprise at the Shanghai Auto Show, where local brands flooded the exhibition hall with advanced EVs of all kinds, while the Japanese automaker displayed 3 electric SUVs, which will launch in China in late 2024, at best. Here's what he said. They are ahead of us, even more than we expected. We are thinking of ways to fight back. If not, we will lose this competition. We recognize we are slightly lagging behind, and we're determined to turn the tables. Now, Some of this is clearly true and accurate. But the part where he says we recognize we are slightly behind, that is complete and utter delusion. That is what makes me think Honda are utterly screwed here. Honda's CEO said Chinese EVs had made big advances during the COVID-19 pandemic when the world was largely cut off from China by travel restrictions and quarantine measures. Meeb's comments were echoed by Honda COO Shinji Aoyama, who said, "We were overwhelmed by the Chinese," referring to the Shanghai Auto Show. Blunt statements admitting China's dominance in the electric vehicle space are rare, at least from high-ranking executives of companies that directly compete with the Chinese. Inside EV says that the Shanghai Auto Show visitors were able to see for themselves how far ahead Chinese automakers are when it comes to electric vehicles. There are no fewer than 100 vehicle debuts at the show. 70 of those were electric. And did you hear about any of the internal combustion engine vehicles revealed? 30 of them were revealed. 70 EVs, 30 internal combustion engine vehicles. I didn't see any media reports at all on the internal combustion engine vehicles that were revealed. None. I saw zero. I've looked at hundreds and hundreds of articles, and basically they all talked about the electric cars revealed. You know why that is? Because that's what people are interested in. Even people who are buying gasoline-powered vehicles today still don't really care about future internal combustion engine vehicles. They're looking at what the future is. They know it's electric. And that's why everyone's eyeballs are staring at Tesla, BYD, and the future of EVs coming out of China. Now, the vast majority of those 70 electric vehicles revealed were Chinese. The ones that were revealed that are just concepts or future possibility type cars, they were mostly not Chinese. They were Honda's EVs, which we don't even know if they're going to be real yet. As Automotive News said, the domestic brands captured the majority of interest from the media and influencers during the show's press days, leaving the exhibition stands of global brands much emptier than those from Chinese rivals. Some of the people who were at the show said on our Electric Viking social media, Facebook group, that Volkswagen's staff were at the Chinese EV stands, just looking at the cars there, and not even just looking at them to say, hey, here's what we're competing against, but just like looking at them because that's what they were interested in. Volkswagen staff. For example, attendance at BYD's new Yangwang premium brand stand was so high that BYD had to create a queuing system to view the models. Now, I think, as you can see, if you love China or hate China, it's really besides the point, because the point here is Honda themselves are saying China is way ahead of us. Everyone else is saying, yeah, we know, we're all looking at the world and the EV market where it's going. It's not going towards Japan. And Honda appears to be just sitting and watching the world go by while other automakers take its market away from it. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching.